Greetings to everyone. We are very happy, really, that you are here from very different parts of the world. And very happy also for the subject of this 4 June Symposium. First of all, I would like to thank Baroness Betsy Parker, also Jeffrey Sachs, Anthony Annette, and Gabriela Marino and her team, as well as Sam Loney and his group, without whose work you won't be here, because really it was decisive. And sorry, I want to speak not in a so fantastic way like Leslie Parker, but with my deformation philosophical. Sorry, I was professor of philosophy. With the competence, professional, and genius proprio of the URH, we are chosen to study a question that Pope Francis has very much ahead, that of the social participation in terms of solidarity and fraternity. We can well say that society is primarily a process of participation, of good, rules, status, advantage and disadvantage, benefits and change, obligations and duties. People are partners, that is to say, taking part, participation, in the measure in which society is able to distribute parts. Since society is a participatory reality, given the mutual exchange above, we must represent it both as an irreducible whole and as a system of interrelations between people. We must be convinced that such a project in today partial post-industrial society is flexible because the majority of the people want to have this, the majority of the people of all the world. Pope Francis keeps encouraging us to find practical ways to apply fraternity and friendship. Concordia, say Aristotle, that you quoted, as fraternity as regulatory principle of the economic order. Whereas other lines of thought only mention solidarity, we speak of fraternity and friendship, given that fraternal society is also supportive, whereas the contrary is not always true, as so many experiences confirm. Pope Francis, therefore, is calling us to remedy the mistake of contemporary culture, which has led us to believe that a democratic society can progress with two disjointed principles, the principle of efficiency and the principle of solidarity, but not have an harmony between these principles. The key word for this reason that express better than any other today the need to overcome such dichotomy is fraternity, friendship. An evangelical word, both fraternity and also friendship. Christ say, you are my friends, you are my brothers. Evangelical word that was taken up in the ideal of the French Revolution, but which the post-revolutionary order then abandoned until its cancellation from the political economic lexicon. It was the evangelical testimony of St. Francis and his school to continue reflect to these ideas, and we have today also Pope Francis to follow these ideas of St. Francis. This is the reason that he take the name of Francis. And in fact, Pope Francis continued to say that in the end of the days, we could be judged by the idea whether you do to these last of my brothers and sisters, you do unto me. So we need to have a new society. It's clear that in 19th and 20th centuries, that we have many wars, and very important to arrive to, in some sense, to the principle of equality, the principle of freedom, but really we need to have a new society in the basis of friendship, in the basis of fraternity. Look, in Aristotle, that was quoted for Lacy, the friendship is the basis of the social order, concordia. So we need, in this connection, to come back to this idea. And of course, I lashed my text because this part that comes is more complicated. So I prefer that you read in your silence and understand better. But I want only to conclude that the century that we are to realize in these days need to be a new humanism that, like the humanism of the other times, that the Greek humanism, that the humanism of the Renaissance, put this in the center the relation of the people in a relation of ethic, virtue, fraternity, and I think that you are the person that could be the protagonist of this new society, this new humanism that put in the center the beatitudes of Christ and with the force of your young age. Thank you very much.